Hey guys, JNLC here for another Friday Fit Tip. Sorry you missed us last week. Today we're going to complete and continue the flexibility series. Today we are going to be targeting the upper body, alright? So stay tuned. Right, so let's use Christy here as our model. Alright, upper body flexibility and mobility issues can present itself in a lot of ways. One of the most common we can get is experiencing shoulder pain. Alright, now you gotta understand the shoulder is it's the most dynamic joint in the body. It also has the ability to become injured. Its movement is affected by all the other structures that attach to the shoulder. Alright, so mainly those structures are going to be latissimus dorsi, right, which is going to affect the rotation, upward and downward rotation. The trapezius, which pulls the head of the humerus into the trapezius and jams up the shoulder here. This little the AC joint. You could get some subacromial bursitis, SCIS. The tricep, all right, which would not allow for proper shoulder flexion, all right, or extension, all right, and also the bicep, which would cause pain anteriorly. Also, we have on the anterior side of the body, we got the pec minor and the pec major. So there are a lot of muscles in there. We're going to try to make this video as informative, as straight to the point, and as effective as possible. So there are a lot of different techniques you can use. Today we're going to select the techniques that we use with clients when they walk in the door, and let's say they perform a movement that we need to fix. We want to take it back a little bit, keep your heart rate up, make sure that they get their workout. So we're going to give you the best bang for your buck movements right now. First, we are going to go for the latissimus dorsi. We're going to go for a foam roll. So she's going to get on the floor and she's going to put a quick foam roll there. Alright? The lats originate at the pelvis and they attach to the humerus. Alright, which is funny, but that's a bad joke. Alright. And they attach to the humerus. So what she can do now is get herself in a relaxed position. She's not stressing out at all. Pick that arm up a little more off the floor so we can get it back. We can expose those muscle fibers, we can elongate them, and then go for that tension. As she gets to that tough point, she could hold that tough spot for like 30 to 60 seconds. She could also tip the chest down and back. Tip down and back. Further manipulating the fibers and getting those muscle spindles to release. Alright? Up for me, please. When she is done with that, you could use a strap. Alright? Loop your hands in. And we're going to go for a stretch for the back. Alright? Sit back a little bit. And that's it right there, guys. Easy. She adds a little bit of length to those tissues that we just manipulated. She can take the opposite hand and reach towards that foot, looking through the tricep, lengthening that latissimus dorsi. Alright, you're going to spend a little more time on this. We got a lot to cover, so we're just going to keep moving. Alright, that's number one. Number two, we are going to go for the tricep. The tricep again attaches to the scapula, and if the tricep is tight, the shoulder blades don't work the way it should work. So I'm just going to show you a quick fix now for that. Kneel on the floor for me, please. Hands on the bench. Okay, grip this. Alright, sink your upper body in line or below the surface, the bench in this instance. Keep your elbows close and your hands wider than the elbows. Let's go, curl. Alright, just checking on our angles. We may be a little low on your screen, but it's just two of us and the camera is stationary. Alright, so what she's doing some flexion and extension, loosening the triceps and creating a little more mobility in the thoracic spine. If the thoracic spine is not mobile, you get a little bit of a hunch there, and that could be as a result of a little bit of osteoporosis or osteopenia in the vertebrae. So we want to make sure that we get the scapula to move, tip the head a little lower, so that we avoid that rounded or that hunchback position. If you could turn this video this way, you can see how far the arms or the shoulders are in flexion. Alright? And awesome. That's number two. So we targeted the lats, we targeted the triceps. Now to target the biceps. Now the easiest way to target the bicep if you're alone would be to press your hands into a stable object, into the wall. Alright? Hands pointing down, chest is tall, and let's go for it. Try that. Turn, face the camera a little more. Right? The bicep causes a lot of problems in the shoulder. It crosses over, it mixes up with the anterior deltoid and the pec minor. The bicipital groove sometimes gets malaligned, and it could definitely affect your shoulder mechanics. Your bicep would affect your shoulder. So more so than the lats and the triceps, the biceps is a major player in tightness and anterior tightness of the shoulder. You guys got that? Awesome. Down. So we are going to go on your back for your chest. Let's go for it, guys. Moving very, very fast. There's a lot of stuff to cover. Alright, so we're going to do some snow angels here. Start with the palms up. Now before we do any movement, just find in this position, allowing gravity to pull the shoulders down to the floor. It's going to create some space. It's going to help release that pec minor. And then as we get a little wider, she moves the arm out for some abduction. You're going to get a pec major a little bit. So let's keep moving. Boom. Hands are touching the floor throughout the movement. Now, if you have, if you're a little inhibited, your hands wouldn't be able to touch the floor. It would kind of swing up off the floor a little bit. You might probably stop right there. Guys, go with what your body can do right now. And as you get better, you increase the length. Alright? The pec minor is going to do two things. One, it's going to pull your shoulders. It's going to protract your shoulders and pull them down towards your sternum. It's going to do this. Alright? So if you think you have bad posture, this is what you want to be doing to correct that. So you want to use this to open your chest up and roll the shoulders down and back. Also, if you're protracted, you run the risk of rotator cuff injury, especially supraspinatus, because in this position, the supraspinatus is already in a lengthened position. Alright? And if you think you are strong now, once this shoulder goes back and you get back to the right length-tension relationship, you're going to be so much more stronger. Once there is mobility and flexibility, your strength is going to improve. We spoke about that 3 videos a day, so if you 3 videos ago, sorry. So if you missed that, you can just go back right there. Alright, so she is there for the pec minor. Again, one more. That's how she's opening up her chest, and that's how we get those 4 muscles. Up for me, please. Now, one more, the trapezius. A lot of us shrug or we are stressed, and the trapezius would hypertrophy if we're not breathing from the diaphragm. So if you're not getting those nice deep breaths, or you're stressed out all the time, this is going to be tight. Your trapezius get tight. Let's get right here for me, please. You get elevated shoulders. Elevated shoulders would cause some type of chronic pain in here. It would decrease the space in the bursa. I think there's like 13 millimeters between the top of the humerus and the bursa, that space, right? Where the AC joint is, this is the humerus. There's 13 millimeters there. Anything below 11 causes pain in the shoulder. That's just 2 millimeters. So that's to show you how intricate and how delicate the shoulder is. Being very dynamic, but a tightness or length tension, altered length tension relationship could cause that much pain, just a couple millimeters, alright? So we want to make sure I'm loosening the traps. There are a couple of ways to loosen the traps. One, if you're on your own, it's going to be a tough thing to do. However, if you have a strap like this, you could fix it. So here's how we're going to loosen up the trap right now. Keep facing me. Step on this rubber band for me, please. And we are going to use what is called a floss for this one. Get your trap in. Awesome. So what we're actually doing now is pinning and inhibiting the muscle with the use of the rubber band. And now she's going to move her hands. We're going to go into flexion and extension. So what this is going to do, guys, This is gonna make sure that the shoulders don't elevate. It's gonna add some type of pressure to the muscle. And we know what pressure does, right? What does it stimulate? Go ahead, say it. The GTO, the Golgi tendon organisms. So this here, Golgi tendon organs. This here is gonna act as the foam roller, how the foam roller acted on the lats. Alright? Now she could create a variety of patterns rather. Because remember, the shoulders don't just do this and this. They go up, they do external rotation, she could go diagonal, she could go back this way. Anything she wants, any pattern you want to create. Alright, you could write the alphabet, you could make circles, whatever you do with your shoulders. So think about doing your hair, putting your shirt on, reaching something from off the shelf. That's what you do with your shoulder. Your trap, if your traps are tight, your shoulder movement is going to be inhibited because you're going to be like this in a close packed position and your arms wouldn't be able to move. You got that, guys? This would help solve that problem. Thank you. Now, beyond that, I figured out, I was playing around with this, alright? For the guys who look at the channel, or some of the girls, this is a training bar. What I do for my trapezius to add a little more tension, because it's kind of hard to add tension on your own, I use a bar. You could probably use a broomstick perhaps. I never tried a broomstick, you can test it out. I put the bar on my traps and I pretend I'm headlocking that bar. So as I go through that headlock on that bar, I roll and that adds that tension, ooh boy, to that trap. I can feel it. So I'm going to little pivot with the foot, I'm headlocking that bar, pulling the bar closer into the trap and rolling it a little bit. Pull and roll. Slide a little bit, pull and roll. I'm pretty sure you could get this done with a broomstick, but this is a very light bar. Alright, so that's one way to add some type of myofascial release to your trapezius. Okay, so guys, let's recap. We targeted the lats, we targeted the triceps, we targeted the biceps, we targeted the trapezius muscle, we said that already, the pec minor and the pec major. One other little tidbit here. Alright, this is one of my favorite movements for the shoulder. Rubber band is in, push your hand through, loop, extend, rotate. This is going to create so much space in that shoulder joint that's very important not to impinge that bursa. Alright, down and up. It's also going to help loosen the bicep a little bit too as well. Also going to help loosen the pec minor. Keep your chest tall and you can do a little bit of rotation in the opposite direction and get that pec to work. This right here is one of the quick fixes for a tight shoulder. It looks like that. Alright, guys, so that took all of 10-15 minutes. I know we went through a lot faster. Just so many different strategies that I could show you. If you're on my IG feed, my Instagram feed, JNelson0580, yeah, you'll see tons of shoulder stuff that I post because the guys here do more bodybuilding and then we have a little more problems with the shoulder. But there are tons of stuff, there are tons of different strategies you can use. We just use the one today that you can have the best bang for the buck, gets you in and out faster. Alright, so this is J Nelson here. Any comments, anything you want me to touch on, please put it below. Always remember to like the video, you like the videos, they're going to keep popping up on the YouTube channel. Alright guys, so J Nelson,
Christy,
have a good weekend, talk to you soon, bye.